Good evening, Superintendent Cruz and trustees. My name is Emily Sawyer, and I am an AISD parent with students at Blanton and Martin. What will successful reinvention look like? Saving money, some modernized facilities, nice talking points on our press releases? Or will we reinvent our ideas about what education can and should be? Dr. Christopher Emden calls us to interrogate this truth, that we maintain deficit views of certain students instead of seeing the deficits in ourselves and what we can imagine and believe is possible. The deficit is in our systems and the ways they dehumanize certain people, not in the people who are struggling against that dehumanization. We have somehow become convinced that equity means having everyone pass tests. But when my 4th grader doesn't have science class because no science star in 4th grade, and my 7th grader goes to a school without an art teacher this year, but with constant testing, how can we call anything equitable? Will we reinvent our commitment to equity so that we don't just move students around to create the look of diversity, but instead we actually create environments with shared and equal power to decide how resources get spent, to decide what counts as knowledge, to participate in the fundamental design of education? Instead of just integrating students, can we imagine what it would mean to integrate equal opportunities into every campus? Equal educational excellence, equal availability of bathroom stall doors and roofs that don't leak. Will we reinvent the narratives and processes that have always kept up the status quo? We can rename schools and hire equity officers even in the midst of an austerity budget, but these will be nothing more than signifiers of useless progressive ideals if we don't prioritize communities and stop making decisions for them. Ideologically, I think all schools should be renamed for people of color or places, but my belief in that concept does not outweigh any given community's right to their own values, autonomy, and humanity. There is hard work to be done in gaining the trust of historically underserved, oppressed communities that cannot be hurried up or glossed over. Engagement will only succeed if that engagement is genuine. Needs assessments and true prioritization of the communities and schools who have historically been overlooked, the voices that we willfully and repeatedly ignore. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily.